Hello students, today I would like to explain the question paper mathematics which is related to JEE Mains 2020 held on September 2nd, second shift. Okay. Now see the first question. If ABC belongs to R such that A cube plus B cube plus C cube is equals to 2, this is given to you, and determinant of ABC, BCA, CAB is equals to 0, then find the value of ABC. Product of A comma B comma C is what? It is your question. So all of you know that the value of this determinant ABC plus ABC, BCA, CAB is equals to 3 times of ABC minus of A cube plus B cube plus C cube. You just expand this one, A into BC minus A square, like that. We obtain in this manner 3A BC minus of A cube plus B cube plus C cube, that is equals to 0. What is our A cube plus B cube plus C cube? 2. Substitute here. 3A BC minus 2 equal to 0. Implies what is our ABC value? 2 by 3. So this is very simple question. All of you may do this one. So ABC is equals to 2 by 3. The value of the determinant ABC, BCA, CAB is equals to 3A BC minus of A cube plus B cube plus C cube. You just substitute the value of A cube plus B cube plus C cube as 2 here. We obtain ABC is equals to 2 by 3. Now see this one. An equilateral triangle is inscribed in the parabola y square is equals to 8x. This is the parabola. Y to 8x, it is symmetric about x-axis, whose one vertex coincident with what? Vertex of the parabola. So one of the vertex is coincident with the vertex of the parabola. You have to find out the area of the triangle. This is the question. Okay. This question may be done in so many methods. Let us try to in this model. These are the coordinate axis. This is the parabola. Y square is equals to 8x. An equilateral triangle is inscribed in this parabola whose one of its vertex is the vertex of the parabola. That is, the triangle may be in this manner. This is the triangle which is inscribed in this parabola. One of vertex is the vertex of your parabola. Then we have to find out the area of triangle. Y square is equal to 8x. We mean 4A is equals to what? 8. So A is equals to 2. What is the 60 degrees? Because the triangle is equilateral triangle. So by symmetry it is 30 degrees. So suppose a chord which is passing through origin makes an angle theta with positive direction of x-axis, then this length of side is obtained by 4A cosecant theta cot theta. This is the formula. By taking the parametric point here, we obtain 4A cosecant theta cot theta. Theta is equal to 30 degrees. 4A into cosecant 30, 2. Cot 30, root 3. That is nothing but 4 times of what is our A value? 2 into 2 root 3. 8 2s are 16, 16 root 3. This is the length of the side, x. So we obtain the length of the side of triangle, that is equilateral. Can you write the area of the triangle or not? So area is equals to root 3 by 4 x square. We mean root 3 by 4 times of x square means 16 into 16 into 3. So 4 4s are there. So immediately 12 into 16, root 3 square units, 16 12s, 192. 192 root 3 square units. So 192 root 3 square units, that is option 3. So we first to find the length of the side by using the formula 4A cosecant theta cot theta. Here theta is equals to 30 degrees, that is angle made by the line with positive direction of x-axis. Okay. This is also very simple. limit x tends to 0, tan of pi by 4 plus x whole to the power of 1 by x is what? When you substitute x is equals to 0 here, what happened? Pi by tan pi by 4, that is 1 power 1 by 0, 1 power infinity. It is of the form 1 power infinity. So your limit is in the form of 1 power infinity. What is the formula you have tried? E power limit x tends to 0, g of x into f of x minus 1. So what is your g of x? 1 by x. G of x into f of x minus 1. What is your f of x? Tan of pi by 4 plus x minus 1. This is your f of x. This is your g of x. So the function is of the form f of x power g of x, e power limit x tends to 0, g of x into f of x minus 1. So by simplifying this one, we obtain the required result. Power limit x tends to 0, 1 by x into, it is of the form tan of a plus b. What is tan of a plus b? Tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b. What is tan pi by 4? 1. 1 plus tan x by 1 minus tan x minus 1. This is nothing but e power limit x tends to 0, 1 by x into, by taking LCM, tan x gets cancelled, 2 by 1 minus tan x, 2 by tan a plus tan b, tan a, tan pi by 4 plus 1 minus tan x by 1 minus tan x, minus into minus plus here, 1 gets cancelled, here 2 tan x, we obtain 2 tan x, 1 minus 1 plus 1 gets cancelled, tan x minus of minus plus tan x, 2 tan x. Now tan x by x has limit x tends to 1. So we obtain e to the power of 2 by 1 tan 0 0. This is nothing but e square. So it is very simple question. Just you have to observe that it is of the form 1 power infinity. Then e power limit x tends to a, g of x into f of x minus 1. This is your formula. Okay. See this one, this is the question related to permutations and combinations. There are n stations in a circular path. So there are n stations in a circular path. This is a circle. There are n stations involved in this circular path as shown in this figure like this. Suppose that these are n stations in this. 2 consecutive stations are connected by blue lines. Every 2 consecutive stations are connected by blue lines. So these are all blue lines, say. Blue lines, and 2 non-consecutive stations are connected by the red lines. So this and these are, this is the 2 stations. These are not consecutive. These are connected by some another color, that is consecutive stations are connected by red lines. Suppose these are not consecutive, connected by red. These are also non-consecutive stations connected by red line. These are also not consecutive stations connected by red lines. So these are blue. Board is itself blue, that is I am taken as white, and these are red. In this manner, the number of red lines is equals to 99 times of number of blue lines. So this is the concept. Number of red lines is equal to 99 times of number of blue lines. Then we have to find out the value of this n. This is the question. So how many blue lines can you draw? Blue lines are obtained by joining any 2 consecutive stations. That means this is A1, A2, A3 and so on up to AN. By joining of A1, A2 one line, A2, A3 one line, A3, A4 one line and so on up to AN, A1 is one line. So the number of lines are A1, A2, A2, A3, AN, A1. How many lines are there? N lines. So the number of blue lines is equals to N, 99N. How many red lines are there? Red lines means total number of lines formed by joining of any two stations minus joining of side by side stations. Number of lines which are joined by the consecutive stations. That means R is equals to what now? NC2 minus N. Am I correct or not? Total number of lines joining of any two stations is what? NC2. Select two stations just joined by a line. It is given by NC2 ways. NC2 minus N. This is N. Implies NC2 minus N is what? N into N minus 3 by 2 is equal to 99N. N gets cancelled. So N minus 3 is equal to 2 into 99. That is nothing but 198. Implies the value of N is equal to 198 plus 3, 201. So this is 201 here. First option is correct option. It is also very simple question. Once if you obtain the number R is equal to NC2 minus N and B is equal to 99. Understand? B is equals to what? Here N. 99 times of B is given to you. NC2 minus N, number of red lines. N is number of blue lines. N stations are on the circular path. Okay. See this question. If x square minus y square secant square theta is equals to 10, what it represents? An hyperbola. So this is a hyperbola and x square secant square theta plus y square equal to 5 be an ellipse such that the eccentricity of hyperbola, what is given to you? Eccentricity of hyperbola is equal to root 5 times of eccentricity of ellipse. Eccentricity of ellipse. Then find the length of the lattice rectum of ellipse. So once if you write the eccentricities of both curves, your job is over. So what is the relation here? EH is equal to root 5 times of EE. EH means what? Eccentricity of your hyperbola. What is your hyperbola? When you write this in the standard form, x square by 10 minus y square by 10 cos square theta is equal to 1. Am I correct or not? This is the hyperbola. Now EH is what? EH is equal to square root of a square plus b square by a square. 10 plus 10 cos square theta. So cancel out 10 root of 1 plus cos square theta. This is your EH. Now what is your equation of ellipse? Write in the standard form. X square by cos square theta plus y square by 1. Take that 5 into the denominator. 5 cos square theta, this is 5 is equal to 1. Okay. Now my question is, which one is more out of 5 cos square theta and 5? 5 is more value because cos square theta value lies between 0 to 1. It is a less than b case. Therefore, eccentricity of ellipse is equals to root of b square minus a square by b square. That is 5 minus 5 cos square theta by 5. 5 gets cancelled. Root of 1 minus cos square theta, that is nothing but sin theta. Root of 1 minus root sin square theta, that is nothing but sin theta. What is your result now? EH is equal to root 5 times of EE. EE is equals to sin theta. So EH, what is EH value? Root of 1 plus cos square theta. Root of 1 plus cos square theta is equals to root 5 sin theta. Now squaring on both sides, what you get? 1 plus cos square theta is equals to 5 sin square theta. This is nothing but 5 minus 5 cos square theta. This is 1 plus cos square theta. So 6 cos square theta is equals to 4. So what is your cos square theta? 2 by 3. Keep one side. So this is the relation after we obtain the condition as cos square theta is equals to 2 by 3. What you have to find out? Length of the latus rectum of ellipse. This is your ellipse. Length of the latus rectum is equals to 2a square by b, because a less than b, 2a square by b. 2 into 5 cos square theta by b root 5. It cancel out root 5 times. 2 into root 5 into what is your cos square theta? 2 by 3. 4 root 5 by 3. What is your answer? 4 root 5 by 3. This is first option. Okay. Just read the question and apply very carefully the condition what they are given. EH is equal to root 5 EE, and substitute the values of EH and EE. We obtain some relation. After that relation, you calculate the value of cos square theta. After getting the value of cos square theta, length of latus rectum is equals to 2a square by b. Since the condition is here a less than b, that is why we use this formula. Otherwise, you have to use 2b square by a. So you have to always very careful when you are applying the formula. Okay. Now, A, B, C are three pairwise independent events. My dear students, what is meant by independent? A and B are said to be independent events if probability of A intersection B equal to probability of A into probability of B. That is one definition. Such that probability of A intersection B intersection C is equals to 0. Then you have to find out the value of probability of B complement intersection C complement by A is equals to what? That is the question. So what is given data? A, B, C are pairwise independent events. Probability of A intersection B equal to probability of A into probability of B. Probability of B intersection C equal to probability of B into probability of C. Again probability of C intersection A equal to probability of C into probability of A. These are the conditions. We have to find out this value, that is probability of B complement intersection C complement by A. This is condition probability. Probability of A by B is what? Probability of A intersection B by probability of A. So from the definition, what you obtain? Probability of B complement intersection C complement intersection A by probability of A. Probability of sum A by B, probability of A intersection B by probability of B. From the definition itself, we obtain this condition. My dear students, here you have to think one thing. Complement intersection C complement intersection A means what? You have to observe. This means we have to occur only the event A, not B, not C. Only A should be occur. We mean probability of A minus probability of A intersection B minus probability of A intersection C plus probability of A intersection B intersection C by probability of A. Once if you get this thought, then only you can crack this problem. It means what you have to identify. This means this is the value. P of A minus P of A intersection B minus P of A intersection C plus P of A intersection B intersection C. What is its value? 0. Given that P of A intersection B intersection C is 0. What is P of A intersection B? P of A into P of B. What is P of A intersection C? P of A into P of C. So P of A minus P of A into P of B minus P of A into P of C whole divided by P of A. Cancel out P of A on both sides from the numerator and denominator. 1 minus P of B minus P of C. 1 minus P of B minus P of C. By depending upon option which one is correct, you have to choose. See, 1 minus P of C is nothing but P of C complement. Probability of C complement minus P of B itself. So, your fourth option is the correct option. Understand? So you need two definitions. What are independent events and what it means. What it means. Once if you get the meaning of this event, B complement intersection C complement intersection A, we can easily crack this one. Okay. Next one. The sum of x plus ka plus x square plus k minus 2 into a plus and so on 9 terms is something, then the value of k is what? This is also a very simple question, but you have to reconstruct the series. How many terms are there? 9 terms. You first write the first terms of the each and every bracket. We get what? X plus x square plus x cube, listen carefully, plus x power 4 plus and so on up to 9 terms. Up to the 9 terms, that is x power 9 will be here. Plus a can be common. A times of k plus k minus 2 plus k minus 4 plus and so on up to 9 terms. I am reconstructing the series in this manner. So you can take x common, or this is of the geometric progression, consists of 9 terms. What is the sum? A into r power n minus 1 by r minus 1. So a is what here? X into r, x square by x, x. Number of terms 9. A into r power n minus 1 by r minus 1. R is x here. Okay. Plus a times of, what is this one? The difference is minus 2. Here the difference is also minus 2. Here the difference is also minus 2. This is arithmetic progression with difference minus 2, consists of 9 terms. That means n by 2. 9 by 2. n by 2 into 2a. 2 times of a is here k. 2a plus n minus 1. 9 minus 1. 8 times of difference minus 2. This is the value. n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Cancel out 2. 2 gets cancelled. So we have x power 10 minus x by x minus 1 plus a times of, this is 9k, again minus 72. Okay. This is the value. By taking LCM, x power 10 minus x plus a into x minus 1 into, you may take 9 outside, 9 times of k minus 8. This is the value by x minus 1. This is obtained value, this is the given value. Both are same. This value is given as in this manner. So you have to compare both. We get these two terms must understand. A into x minus 1, 9 times of k minus 8 is equals to what? This is plus here. Okay. This is what? Minus 45. A times of x minus 1, like that. So 9 5s. A gets cancelled. X minus 1 also gets cancelled. Implies k minus 8 is equals to what? Minus 5. What is the value of k now? 3. So the value of k is equals to 3. So dear students, at any time your attention must and should be very, very careful. So if you calculate the terms as a sum of two series, so you must and should be maintain concentration on your mind, then only the calculations will be correct. So the value of k is 3. You just compare with the obtained value to the given value. We obtain k as 3. Understand? So we are using one summation of arithmetic progression and one geometric progression. Okay. This is the question related to mathematical reasoning. One question compulsory will be asked in each and every JEE mains exams. Which of the following is tautology? Tautology means your output is always positive. So you may use the conditions or you may use the truth table. So many students prefer for the truth tables. So I am going applying truth tables. P comma Q are any two statements. The possibilities are true, true, true false, false true, false false. These are the possibilities for PQ. I would like to find these values. Which one consists of all are truths? So consider first option. First of all, find the negation of P. What is negation? The negative of the truth value. This is false, false, true, true. This is negation of P. Again you have to find out P union Q. P union Q, what is the definition? Union is true if at least one of them is true. True or true? True. For this one, true. For this one is also true. It is false. False or false is false or false, false. So P union Q is in this manner. We have to take the common. Negation of P, intersection P union Q, like that. So we have to take the intersection. This means disjunction, conjunction, I think so. The P F intersection true. This is what? This is the relation is what now? False. This is false. What about this? True. What about this? Intersection is there? False. This is the left side part. You have to imply Q. Negation of P and P or Q implies Q. What happened? Implies Q. False implies truth is always truth. False implies false. This is always truth. Truth implies truth. Truth. False implies false. Truth. So we obtain the four outputs are true. So this is tautology. So by verification itself, the first option is the correct option. We may use the properties itself. We can do this one as tautology. Okay. The ratio of three consecutive binomial coefficients in the expansion of 1 plus x whole to the power of n is 2:5:12. Then you have to find out the value of n. This is very important question. So one of the important questions in your binomial theorem. So in this manner they are asking here, 1 plus x whole to the power of n is your expansion. Three consecutive binomial coefficients. So generally three consecutive binomial coefficients are always taken as NCR minus 1, NCR plus 1. So let us find the ratio. NCR by NCR minus 1. What is the value? N minus R plus 1 by R. What is its value? 5/2. The ratio is 5/2. Again, NCR plus 1 by NCR. N minus R by R plus 1. So you have to be very familiar with these relations. Then only we get the fast. 12/5. So what is n minus r value? 12/5 times of r plus 1. You just substitute the value of n minus r here itself. 12/5 times of r plus 1 by r is equals to 5/2. From the relation itself we get the value of r. Substitute r here, we obtain the value of n. That is the reason. So take the LCM itself. 12r plus 12 plus 5 whole divided by 5r is equals to 5/2. 12 2s are 24r plus 17 2s 34 is equal to 25r. So r is equals to 34. We obtain r is equals to 34. Substitute the value of r here itself. We get the value of n. N minus 34 by r plus 1, 35 is equal to 12/5. 5 sevens implies n is equal to 7 into 12 plus 34. 84 plus 34. 118. So your answer is 118. So just to, if you know the formula, NCR by NCR minus 1 as n minus r plus 1 by r, NCR plus 1 by NCR is n minus r by r plus 1, you can easily crack this one. So calculation part is also very, very important here, students. This is the another question. If sin power 4 theta plus cos power 4 theta plus lambda equal to 0 has a real solution, then the range of lambda is what? This is the question. So in your JEE exams, the range of something must be given to you. You have to, they are asking what about the range? This type of questions frequently asking. Sin power 4 theta plus cos power 4 theta plus lambda equal to 0 is there. You have to find out the range of lambda by knowing the range of this one itself. Sin power 4 theta plus cos power 4 theta plus lambda equals to 0. So sin power 4 theta plus cos power can be written as sin square theta plus cos square theta whole square. What you have to balance? Sin power 4 theta plus cos power 4 theta plus 2 sin square theta cos square theta extra. So you have to subtract 2 sin square theta cos square theta. What is the value of sin square theta plus cos square theta? 1. 1 square means 1. 1 minus 1 by 2 times of 4 sin square theta cos square theta. That is sin square 2 theta. So this is up to sin power 4 theta plus cos power 4 theta plus lambda is equals to 0. Understand? What about 1 by 2 sin square 2 theta? 1 by 2 sin square 2 theta is nothing but 1 plus lambda. So sin square 2 theta is equal 2 times of 1 plus lambda. You know the range of this one, from that you can calculate the range of lambda. What is the range of sin square 2 theta? 0 to 1. 0 less than or equal to sin square 2 theta. We mean 2 times of 1 plus lambda, which is less than or equal to 1. Implies 0 less than or equals to 1 plus lambda less than or equals to 1 by 2. Now subtract minus 1 on both sides. Minus 1 less than or equal to lambda less than or equal to 1 by 2 minus 1. Implies minus 1 less than or equal to lambda less than or equals to minus 1 by 2. So lambda belongs to closed minus 1 to minus 1 by 2. Closed minus 1 to minus 1 by 2. This is the second option. To find the range of something, we have to find out which function you have to know, such a way that can you write the range of the function. So known to unknown. What you know, what you have to find out. These are the two things in each and every problem. Understand? We have to find out the range of lambda. That is why you have to find out some function, what you know about its range. What you know about its range. This is the logic behind this problem. Okay. Next one. If y is equal to sigma k equal to 1 to 6, k times of cos inverse 3 by 5 cos kx minus 4 by 5 sin kx, then what is the derivative of y? Dear students, by looking the question itself, you may leave this one. But this type of questions are very, very easy just by observe with your brain. Sigma k is equal to 1 to 6, k times of something is there. Dear students, observe the value inside of the bracket. 3 by 5 is there, 4 by 5 is there. If you some cos alpha, immediately this becomes what? Sin alpha. Am I correct or not? If you get some thought in your mind in this manner, the problem is over. So if you take it as cos alpha, immediately this becomes sin alpha. Cos alpha, sin alpha. So what about your y now? Y is equal to sigma k is equal to 1 to 6 k times of cos inverse of cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. What is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B? Cos of A plus B. Cos of kx plus alpha. We are taking this one as cos alpha, that becomes sin alpha. Now cos inverse gets cancelled. When it is lies between minus 1 to 1 itself, because it is depend upon the derivative itself, no need to choose that one. Is equal to sigma k is equal to 1 to 6 k times of kx plus alpha. Then if you find the value itself, you can derivative. You can find its derivative. This is nothing but sigma k equal to 1 to 6. It is independent of x. Take x outside. X times of k square plus sigma k equal to alpha coming outside. Sigma k equal to 1 to 6 k times. Is it entirely constant or not? This is entirely constant, then the derivative of this function itself 0. So dy by dx is equal to what now? Dy by dx is equals to 1 times of this one. Sigma k is equal to 1 to 6 k square plus 0. So sum of squares of the first 6 terms is your required answer. What is the sum of squares of 6 terms? N into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. What is n here? 6. N into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1, that is 13. 2 into 6, 12 plus 1, 13 by 6. 6 gets cancelled, 70 plus 21, 91. So your answer is 91. So in this type of questions you have to observe just what about the 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. If you take it as cos alpha, then immediately it becomes sin alpha. Okay. See here, next question. Let A1, A2, A3 and so on up to A11 are increasing AP. These are increasing AP. And if the variance of these numbers is 90, then the value of common difference of AP is what? You have to find out the value of D. Understand? What are A1, A2, A3 and so on A11? They are in arithmetic progression. That is also is in increasing way. The variance of the number is 90. Then the value of the common difference is what? What is the formula for the variance? Sigma xi minus x bar whole square by n. This is for series of individuals. x1, x2, x3 and so on up to xn are the n numbers. Then the variance is obtained by the simple formula sigma xi minus x bar. X bar is the average of the observations whole square by n. This is well known formula to you. Suppose your AP has taken as A plus D, A plus 2D and so on up to A plus 10D. Because the number of terms are how many? 11 terms. So A comma A plus D comma A plus 2D and so on up to A plus 10D. These are the 11 terms. Now I would like to find the average of these 11 numbers. What about its average now? Sum of n terms of AP is n by 2 times of 2A plus n minus 1 into D. That is 11 by 2 times of 2A plus n minus 1, 10 times of difference is D. Whole divided by number of terms. This gives x bar. Sum of the numbers by total number of numbers gives the average. 11 gets cancelled, 2 to 5 times. So what is the value? A plus 5D. This is average. You have to subtract the average from each and every term. We obtain differences. Squaring by n, that gives the variance. So what are the differences now? Differences are A plus 5D minus A. A plus 5D minus A means 5D. Next 4D. Next what? 3D. 2D. D. 0. After that A plus 5D minus 6D. That is minus D. Minus 2D. And so on up to minus 5D. These are the differences. So by squaring itself we get 10 terms. This is one term, that is 0 itself. By squaring itself what you get? 2 times of 1 square plus 2 square plus and so on up to plus 5 square times of D square whole divided by number of terms is 11. This is your variance. It is given as 90. From that you have to calculate the value of D. What is this 1 square plus 2 square plus and so on 5 square? sum of squares of the first 5 terms, that is 2 by 11 times of 1 square plus 2 square plus and so on 5 square, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1, that is 11. 2 5s are 10 plus 1, 11 by 11 times of d square, already d square is equals to 90. Okay, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6 here, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. So 6 6 gets cancelled, 11 11 gets cancelled, 2 5s are 10, 10 d square is equals to 90. So it cancel out 9 times. From that d square is equals to 9. So your d is equal to 3 because your arithmetic progression is increasing arithmetic progression. So you take d is equals to 3. So the value of d is equals to 3. Common difference of your AP is chosen as d. Therefore the value of d is equals to 3 we obtained here. So here also calculation part is also very very important here. So you always maintain a very much concentration on your problems, then only you can crack this one. Next, y is equal to alpha is the line bisects the area bounded by the given region x square less than or equal to y less than or equal to 2x. Then which of the following is correct? This is the question which is related to areas. Y equal to alpha, this is the line parallel to x axis, bisects the area bounded by this one. So first of all we draw the figure with equalities. These are coordinate axis. Y is equal to x square is parabola with vertex at origin, axis as y axis. Y equal to x square. Y equal to 2x is the straight line passing through origin having slope 2. You may take this one. This is rough diagram. So x square is less than or equal to y. So this is the region obtained here. And y is less than or equal to 2x. Y less than or equal to 2x means below the portion. So your common portion will be like this. This is your required area. Y equal to alpha is the line. This is y equal to alpha. Bisect this area into 2 equal parts. Y equal to alpha divides the area into 2 equal parts. So if it is A, then automatically this will be also A. Both areas are same. Then we have to find out the relation in terms of alpha. So but just by solving the two equations we get these points of intersections. First of all, y equal to x square and y is equal to 2x. Into x minus 2 equal to 0 by equating these two. X equal to 0, x equal to 2. When x is equals to 0, y equal to 0. When x equal to 2, we get y equal to 4. So the point of intersections are 0, 0 and other one is 2, 4. Now what is the total area? Say capital A. The entire area is say capital A. Capital A is equals to what? Integral 0 to 2 upper curve minus lower curve. What is upper curve? 2x minus x square dx. 2x is upper curve, lower curve is x square. By integrating 2x square by 2, x square minus x cube by 3. This is x square by 2, 2 gets cancelled, x square minus x cube by 3, limits from 0 to 2. So 4 minus 8 by 3. This is 12 by 3, 12 minus 8 by 3, that is 4 by 3. Minus 0 itself 4 by 3. 4 by 3 square units. This is the total area. 4 by 3 is equals to, now 2 times of the area. You can find either this area or this area. 2 times of, we have to find out this area. Now we find the area with the help of, by bounding with respect to y-axis. So here to here, 0 to alpha, 2 times of integral y equal to 0 to alpha, right curve minus left curve in terms of y. What is the curve here? Y is equals to x square. It means x is what? Root y. Root y minus line from line y is equal to x. What is x? Y by 2. dy. So you get this value in terms of alpha, equate that to 4 by 3, we get the required answer. So root y, what is the integration of root y? Y power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2. 2 by 3 times of y power 3 by 2, y square by 4. 2 gets cancelled now. 2 times of y power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2, 2 into 2. This is 4 times. 2 gets cancelled, minus y square by 2. Limits from 0 to alpha. So when you substitute 0, that becomes 0. Substitute alpha, we get 4 by 3 times of alpha power 3 by 2 minus alpha square by 2. Alpha square by 2, that is equals to 4 by 3. So taking LCM itself, 4 by 3 alpha power 3 by 2 minus alpha square by 2 is equals to 4 by 3 implies 4 alpha power 3 by 2 minus 6 is LCM here now, 4 2s are 8, 8 alpha power 3 by 2 minus 3 alpha square by 3 by 6 itself, by 6 is equal to 4 by 3. It's cancelled out 2 times, 2 4s are 8. See here, 8 alpha power 3 by 2 minus 3 alpha square is equals to 8. So final answer is 8 alpha power 3 by 2 minus 3 alpha square, which is equals to 8. So in each and every problem, the calculation play a very important role here. So getting the idea is one part, and during the calculation in time is also the another important aspect in this your JEE exams. So you have to equate the entire area to 2 times of the area, either this one or this one. So one area is obtained by taking about x-axis, and the small area is obtained by taking y-axis as your base, about y-axis. Okay. See this one, f of x be a quadratic polynomial such that f of x equal to 0. This is quadratic equation. Has root 3. F of x equal to 0 has root 3. That means 3 satisfies that equation. And another condition is also given to you. F of 2 plus f of minus 1 equal to 0. Then you have to find out the other root range. The other root lies between what you have to find out. Understand? Suppose your quadratic equation is taken as ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. 3 is root of this equation, satisfies 3, implies 9a plus 3b plus c equal to 0. This is first condition. And f of 2 plus f of minus 1 equal to 0. 4a plus 2b plus c, f of minus 1 plus minus 1 whole square is 1, a minus b plus c is equals to 0. 4a plus a, 5a, 2b minus b plus 2c, this is equal to 0. These are the two conditions. By solving these two equations, we obtain the ratio of ABC. So I write YCXY process 3, 1, 9, 3. These are the coefficients. You take 1, 2, 5, 1. This is A, B, C. Now a by 6 minus 1, 5 is equals to b by 5 minus 18, that is minus 13, is equals to c by 9 minus 15 minus 6. So the ratio is 5 is to minus 13 is to minus 6. So let us consider the equation as 5x square minus 13x minus 6. If it has 3 as root, I take it as my equation. So 6 5s are 30, 10 3s are 30, 5x square minus 10x minus 3x minus 6 equal to 0. 30. So this is plus obtained here, this is not correct here. 5x square minus 13x minus 6 is equal to 0. 3, 10 3s. 5 into x minus 5x into x minus 2 minus 3. This is actually not correct. 5x square minus 13x minus 6 is equals to 0. This is minus 30 minus 3 into 10 minus 3 into 5 into 2, 15 2s you may take in this manner. 5x square minus 15x plus 2x minus 6 equal to 0. 5x into x minus 3 plus 2 into x minus 3 equal to 0. Then 3x equal to minus 2 by 5. X equal to 3, x equal to minus 2 by 5. One root is 3, automatically the other root is what? Minus 2 by 5, minus 0.4. Minus 0.4 lies in this interval, minus 1 comma 0. So this is not correct expression here. You can change in this manner. 5x square minus 15x plus 2x minus 6. 15 2s are 30 in this manner. So here also calculation play an important role here. And one thing is you have to identify the ratio of ABC. Here 2 equations, 3 unknowns are there. Okay. Next question. If a curve y is equal to f of x satisfies the differential equation 2x square dy is equal to 2xy plus y square dx and passes through the point 1 comma 2, then you have to find out the value of f of 1 by 2. So clearly this is a differential equation. In JEE means differential equation must and should be, one question will be there. So we have to solve this differential equation. How to solve this one? This is in terms of both x and y mixed here. So better to take the dx into the left side. 2x square dy by dx is equals to 2xy plus y square. Now dividing by 2x square, what we get? Dy by dx is equals to y by x plus 1 by 2 times of y square by x square. Am I correct or not? 2 gets cancelled, x gets cancelled, y by x here, 1 by 2 times of y square by x square. Put y by x equal to t or y is equal to tx, implies dy by dx is equals to, what happened? T plus x dt by dx. You may do this one as Bernoulli equation, but I am doing in this manner. So instead of dy by dx I am replacing that one. T plus x dt by dx is equals to, what is your y by x? T plus half t square. T gets cancelled. Now it is very easy to solve this one. This becomes variable separable method. X times of dt by dx is equals to half t square. Half t square. Variables dt by t square is equal to 1 by 2x. Taking integration on both sides. Integral dt by t square means minus 1 by t is equal to 1 by 2 times of log mod x to the base e plus c. 1 by t is equal to 1 by 2 log mod x plus c. So what is your t? Your t is equal to y by x. So minus 1 by t means what? X by y. minus x by y is equals to 1 by 2 log x plus c. It is passing through what? 1 comma 2. To get the value of c, they are given 1 comma 2. That is minus 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 log x. X means 1. C. What is log 1? 0. So the term becomes 0. What is c value? Minus 1 by 2. Substitute c value here. Minus x by y is equals to 1 by 2 log x. 1 by 2 log x minus 1 by 2. From this you have to calculate the value of y. Y is equals to minus x by 1 by 2 log x minus 1 by 2. Take minus common. X by 1 by 2 times of 1 minus log x. Okay. We have to find out the value of f of 1 by 2. So replace x by 1 by 2. 1 by 2 gets cancelled. This is 1 by 2. So minus log half, it is nothing but 1 by 1 plus log 2 to the base e, ln 2. 1 by 1 plus ln 2 is your answer. Okay, in this manner we have to solve the differential equation. So see the calculation once again here. Minus x by y is equal to 1 by 2 log x plus c. Minus 1 by 2 times of 1 by 2 log 1, 0. C is equals to minus 1 by 2. Substitute c equal to minus 1 by 2. We get the solution. Y is equal to minus x by 1 by 2 log x minus 1 by 2. Take minus common. That is 1 by 2 times of x. 1 minus log x here. 1 by 2 gets cancelled. Replace the x by 1 by 2 here. We obtain 1 by 1 minus log half. Log half means minus log 2, minus half minus plus 1 by 1 plus log 2 to the base e. Okay. Next one is equal to 1 plus x whole to the power of 2y plus cos square of sin x, sin inverse x. Be a curve, then you have to find out the equation of normal at x equal to 0. At x equal to 0, what about y now? Y is equal to, put x equal to 0, what happened? 1 plus 0 power 2y, that is 1 plus cos square of sin inverse x. Sin inverse 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1, implies y equal to 2. The point is what here? 0 comma 2. We have to find out the normal to the curve at the point 0 comma 2 to this one. So for this we have to find out the derivative first of all. This y can be written as, this is some f of x, e power log of f of x, you may write that one. E power log of 1 plus x whole to the power of 2y plus sin inverse of x. We mean cos of cos inverse root 1 minus x square whole square. So cos inverse cos gets cancelled, 1 minus x square will be there. So to get the derivative, you may take it as some u, and taking logarithms on both sides, you may find its derivative, or you may take e power log of something. This is nothing but e power 2y times of log of 1 plus x plus 1 minus x square. This is your y. Find y dash. E power x derivative, e power x itself, e power 2y times of log of 1 plus x into derivative of this one. You have to use uv formula, 2 times of uv, y into 1 by 1 plus x plus log of 1 plus x into derivative of x. This is over plus 0 minus 2x. Listen carefully. This is the derivative. Y dash means what? dy by dx. Now substitute at x equal to 0, y is equals to 2 in this equation. dy by dx at what? We have to find out x equal to 0. Is equal to, put x equal to 0. What happened? Log 1. Log 1 means 0. 0 into 1, 0, e power 0 is 1. 2 times of, what is your y value? 2. 2 2s are 4 by 1 plus 0, 1 plus log 1, 0. 0 into something 0 minus 2 times of 0. Be careful in your calculations. 1 4s are 4. So dy by dx at x equal to 0, this is nothing but slope of tangent. Slope of tangent is 4. What is your slope of normal? Minus 1 by 4. So like equation of line having minus 1 by 4 is what? X plus 4y is equal to, you have to substitute 0 comma 2. 0 plus 4 2s are 8. X plus 4y is equals to 8 is your answer. Okay. So in this manner you have to differentiate. P is the point which divides the line joining of A I bar plus J bar plus K bar and B 2I bar plus J bar plus 3K bar in the ratio lambda is to 1 such that OB bar dot OP bar minus 3 times of OA bar cross OP bar equal to 6, then find the value of lambda. It is a little bit of lengthy question, even though you can crack this one. Divides in the ratio is what? Lambda is to 1. Suppose this is a vector A bar, this is the vector B bar. A bar, B bar. Now this is A bar, this is B bar, divided in the ratio lambda is to 1. So what is OP bar now? OP bar is equals to lambda into B bar plus 1 into A bar by lambda plus 1. This is your OP bar. That is nothing but, what is your A bar? I bar plus J bar plus K bar, that means 1 1 1 plus lambda times of B bar 2 1 3 by 1 plus lambda. This is nothing but 2 lambda plus 1 by 1 plus lambda, comma lambda by lambda plus 1 by lambda plus 1, comma 3 lambda plus 1 by lambda plus 1. This is your OP bar that divides in the ratio lambda is to 1. This is your OP bar. Thing here OB bar dot OP bar. OB bar dot OP bar. B bar is what? 2 1 3 dot 2 lambda plus 1 by lambda plus 1, lambda plus 1 by lambda plus 1, 3 lambda plus 1 by lambda plus 1, 4 lambda plus 2 plus lambda plus 1 plus 9 lambda plus 3 by lambda plus 1, 5 lambda, 14 lambda plus 2 plus 1, 3 plus 3, 6 by lambda plus 1. This is your OB bar dot OP bar. One aspect is completed here. OA bar cross OP bar. OA bar means what? A bar cross, what is OP bar? OP bar in this manner, lambda B bar plus A bar by what? Lambda plus 1. This is nothing but lambda times of A bar cross B bar by lambda plus 1 plus 0. Why? A bar cross A bar is 0. So you just find A bar cross B bar, put here, you get the another thing OA bar cross OP bar, you can square it. What is A bar cross B bar? I, J, K. A bar is 1 1 1, J bar is 2 1 3. I bar into 3 minus 1 2 minus J bar into 3 minus 2 1 plus K bar into 1 minus 2 minus 1. 2I bar plus 1 J bar minus K bar. What is its square value? So here modulus of OA bar cross OP bar square. Square is nothing but square root of 4 plus 1 plus 1. 4 plus 1, 5 plus 1, 6. That is root 6 square is nothing but 6. So OB bar dot OP bar becomes what? 14 lambda plus 6 by lambda plus 1 minus 3 into 6, 18 minus 18 times of, what is the value here? Lambda square by lambda plus 1. By squaring itself, we get lambda square by lambda plus 1 whole square minus 3, is equal to 6. So this is quadratic equation in lambda. By solving the lambda itself we obtain, by solving the equation itself we obtain the lambda here. Okay, this is the procedure. So here the concept is you write OA bar cross OP bar in this manner, we get the lambda square by lambda plus 1 whole square into 18 will be there. Otherwise you get some lengthy process. Okay, you get the logic here itself, we get the quadratic equation in lambda, you can easily find the value of lambda. Okay, this is very simple question. The imaginary part of 3 plus 2 into root 54 whole power 1 by 2 minus 3 minus 2 root minus 54 whole to the power of 1 by 2. Square root of a plus ib, you know the formula, is equal to plus or minus of square root of a square plus b square plus a by 2 plus I times of square root of a square plus b square minus a by 2. In the same manner, root of a minus ib is obtained by plus or minus, same thing, the minus will be here. These are the two formulas. You just apply the formula, we obtain the imaginary part as minus 2 root 6. It is also very simple question. Integral 1 to 2 modulus of 2x minus box 3x dx is what? Box x is the greatest integer function. So this is a very tricky question. Integral 1 to 2 modulus of 2x minus box 3x dx. I would like to write this one as integral 1 to 2 modulus of 3x minus box 3x minus x dx. Am I correct or not? I am adding x on x and subtracting the x. 2x plus x is 3x, we have to subtract x, that one. Why should I write this in this manner? 3x minus box x is nothing but flower x. That is integral part of 3x minus x dx. Now my question is, which one is more? X runs from 1 to 2. Your box 3x is lies between 0 to 1. 0 to 1. Okay. Then which one is more? X is more. That is equals to integral 1 to 2 x minus box 3x flower 3x of dx. This is nothing but integral 1 to 2 x dx minus integral 1 to 2 flower 3x dx. So x square by 2 limits from 1 to 2, 4 by 2, 2 minus 1 by 2. This is up to now 3 by 2. Its value is 3 by 2 minus 1 to 2. Flower 3x can be written as 3x minus box 3x of dx minus integral 1 to 2 3x dx plus integral 1 to 2 box 3x dx. This is 2 minus 3 by 2 minus 3 times of x square by 2 limits from 1 to 2 plus integral 1 to 2 box 3x dx. This is 3 by 2 minus, this is 4 by 2. 3 times of 2 minus, 4 by 2 means 2, 2 minus 1 by 2. This is 3 by 2 plus integral 3x dx. Put 3x is equals to t say. So the limits becomes what? 3 to 6 box t dx becomes what? Dt by 3. 1 by 3 times of dt. You can easily write 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. We obtain the value and on simplifying we get the value as 1. Okay. You can easily simplify this one. Am I correct or not? 3 to 4. What is the value? 3. 4 to 5. What is the value? 4. 5 to 6. The value is 5. And simplify that one, you get the value as 1. This is also very simple question. we have to observe f of x is equal to log of 1 plus x by x, x belongs to minus 1 to infinity, and f of 1 equal to 0, then f of x is what? So f of x is given to you log of 1 plus x by x. You just find f dash x to get the nature of that one. U by v form, x into 1 by 1 plus x minus v u dash minus u v dash log of 1 plus x into 1 by x square. This is always positive. Now we have to find out the nature of this one. To find the nature of this one, again you have to differentiate f double dash x. Listen carefully. This is of u by v form, 1 plus x into 1 minus x into derivative of 1 plus x, again 1 by 1 plus x whole square minus 1 by 1 plus x. What is given to you? X belongs to minus 1 to infinity, minus 1 less than x, we mean x plus 1 greater than 0. So x gets cancelled, 1 by 1 plus x whole square, 1 by 1 plus x whole square minus 1 by 1 plus x. So clearly it is less than 0, because x plus 1 greater than 0, 1 plus x whole square is more than 1 plus x, that is why 1 by 1 plus x square minus 1 by 1 plus x must and should be less than 0. F double dash less than 0 means f dash x is your decreasing function. This is a decreasing function. So x square is always positive. This is my decreasing function. When it is a decreasing function, we know x greater than 0, f of x less than f of 0. So f of x is taken as this one. F of 0, what happened? This is 0 minus log 1. Log 1 is 0. 0 minus 0, 0. So f of x is less than 0. What is your f of x? I mean f dash x here. Suppose say some g of x. G of x less than 0. We mean x by 1 plus x minus log of 1 plus x is less than 0. F dash x is your g of x. F dash x is less than 0 for all x belongs to minus 1 to infinity. It means what? F of x is a decreasing function. So in this manner we have to crack this one. So by f double dash x itself it is less than 0. So f dash x is a decreasing function. When f dash x is a decreasing function, you say that this is less than 0 by that concept. From itself f dash x less than 0, we mean g of x is less than 0. That means the derivative of f of x is less than 0. Therefore, the entire function f of x is a decreasing function in the given interval. So the function is always decreasing function. Understand? Observe once again. Okay. In this manner, we can crack all these problems here itself. Okay. Thank you very much.